You've probably heard that your body completely replaces itself every 7 years. Well, that's a myth. The truth is way, way stranger, and it's happening much, much faster. The body you have right now is absolutely not the one you were born with. Not even close. So let me ask you this. Is this collection of atoms, this machine of flesh and bone you call you, the same one you had as a kid? The answer is a hard no. Almost every single cell that made you, just a few years ago is already gone, replaced. You know, this brings us to a super old philosophical puzzle, the ship of Theseus. Imagine a hero's ship, and over the years, every single plank gets swapped out for a new one. Is it still the same ship in the end? This isn't just some thought experiment, it's the story of your life, written in your own biology. That's right, you are the ship. Every single day, your body is being taken apart and rebuilt plank by plank, or, well, cell by cell. And understanding this process, it changes everything you think you know about who you are. Okay, so the first thing you have to grasp is that you are not a thing. You're more like a process. Think of a flame or a river. It's a pattern that stuff just flows through. The atoms from the food you ate last week, they are literally becoming your skin, your blood, and your bones right this second. You are in a constant state of incredible change. So just how fast is all this happening? Honestly, the answer is staggering. Different parts of your body are on completely different clocks. Some are ticking in days, while others tick in decades. Let's start with the scale, because it's just wild. Your body is made of roughly 37 trillion cells. That's a number so big, it's hard to even wrap your head around. And get this, millions of these cells are dying and being replaced every single second. And just look at the speed of this turnover. The lining of your butt, completely new every 5 days. The outer layer of your skin, it's replaced every 2 to 4 weeks. Your red blood cells last about 4 months, and even your entire skeleton, all your bones, gets completely rebuilt over about 10 years. So yeah, this isn't something that happens once every 7 years. It's happening constantly. Right now, as you're listening to this, you are a construction site that never closes down, with demolition and rebuilding happening at the same time, 24/7. And if you want to talk about a champion of regeneration, look no further than the liver. It's the only internal organ we have that can completely regrow from just a small piece of itself. In just a few months, it can build itself right back to full size. It's like having a real-life biological superpower. Okay, so everything is being replaced. Sounds simple enough? But wait a minute. If that's really true, then something doesn't add up. And this is where the mystery gets way deeper. Think about it. If your skin is brand new every month, why is that scar from 10 years ago still there? And here's the bigger question. If your body has been totally rebuilt, who is it that remembers your first day of school? The actual physical body that experienced that stuff is long gone. And here is the major twist. That idea that every cell gets replaced, that's the part that's a myth. Some parts of you are for life. While your skin, blood, and bones are constantly changing, some critical cells are permanent. The big ones? Most of the neurons in your brain, the muscle cells in your heart, and the cells that make up the lens of your eye. Just let that sink in for a second. The core cells in your brain, the ones that hold your thoughts, your personality, your memories, they are the same exact cells you were born with. They're as old as you are. They're the original planks of the ship that were never ever replaced. This discovery kind of solves part of the mystery, but it also leads to an even crazier conclusion about where your identity really is. It's not in the physical stuff you're made of. So here's the answer. You aren't the matter. You are the pattern. Your identity, your memories, your personality, all of it isn't stored in the neurons themselves, but in the unbelievably complex web of connections between them. It's the information, the pattern, that lasts. The absolute best way to picture this is with the whirlpool analogy. Okay, so imagine a whirlpool in a river. The actual water molecules that make up that whirlpool are changing every single millisecond, constantly flowing in and out. But the whirlpool itself, its shape, its pattern, it stays there. You are that whirlpool. You are the structure. You are the information. You're like the software that's running on hardware that's always changing. The matter is just temporary stuff, but the pattern, the arrangement, the you, that's what sticks around. And when you zoom out, you realize this constant rebuilding process isn't just about simple maintenance. It is something way more epic. It's basically a war against the fundamental laws of the entire universe. See, there's a core law of physics that says everything in the universe naturally falls apart and gets more chaotic over time. You know, like a sandcastle on a beach gets washed away. But life, your life, is an act of defiance. You are a temporary island of complex order in a massive ocean of chaos. Every single time one of your cells divides, it's a small victory against that universal decay. It's an act of creation. To be alive is to be in a constant state of rebirth, a cycle where millions of tiny deaths inside you every second make way for millions of new lives. Which brings us all the way back to you. The planks of your ship have been almost entirely replaced. The original matter is gone. What's left is the pattern, the memories, the consciousness, all coded into neurons that have been with you from day one. You're a living paradox. So who are you in this very moment? You're a story being told by a body that is perpetually vanishing.